Chrisean Rock and Blueface are currently going through the most trying time in their lives. A court battle that will have far-reaching repercussions, including restraining orders, child support demands, and challenging custody issues. This comes after they made headlines for their splits, disagreements, adultery, and mayhem. This legal battle could decide the future of their child. It is no longer merely a celebrity drama. The appearance of a poisonous pair, the actual name of the Chrisean Rock. When Chrisean Malone joined Blueface's reality show Blue Girls Club in 2020, she was just another up-and-coming star, but she quickly made a name for herself thanks to her unwavering loyalty, fiery temper, and genuineness. Jonathan Jamal is the real name of Blueface. From the beginning, we knew this was no ordinary love story. On Twitter, a fan described it as Bad Girls Club meets Keeping Up with the Kardashians, with way more punches. As seen by bestsellers like Thosiana, he saw in Chrisean not just a potential love interest, but also a contentious brand partnership. On social media, the romance was evident in real time. Commitments to poisonous love, accusations of adultery, and arguments when Chrisean Rock revealed in early 2023 that she was pregnant with Blueface's child. The internet went bananas. In an Instagram post, she declared, "I don't care what anybody says, I'm keeping my baby." Although the followers enjoyed the chaos and clicks, there were serious issues at the heart of the pregnancy. However, he openly denied any responsibility, tweeting, "She's pregnant, but it isn't mine." This marked the start of a protracted and agonizing verbal altercation that lasted for several months, during which both parties took advantage of the pregnancy. Videos of touching, ultrasounds, and baby bumps despite the criticism and disputes. Blueface persisted in doubting her motherhood and the child's paternity. In September 2023, Chrisean gave birth to a kid named Chrisean Jr., and while she was in labor, cameras were recording, and Chrisean went live between contractions. The entire world watched. The illness, the period of peace, was brief. Chrisean Jr.'s birth was supposed to be a time of healing and a fresh start for the troubled couple. But Blueface declined to go and questioned whether he was a father. Chrisean publicly pleaded with her followers to be emotionally connected to her kid by stating that she wanted him to have both parents by October 2023. Blueface grudgingly acknowledged the child in his piece, writing, "Okay, I accept that's my son, let's move forward." But the couple's online arguments returned a few days later, and the future seemed to be a lot like the past. Chrisean retaliated by accusing Blueface of dominating the situation and refusing to leave after Blueface accused Chrisean of partying while the baby was at home to offer support or motivation. When Blueface released many recordings in December 2023 alleging that Chrisean had left their little son at a friend's house at 4 a.m. while she was out, the custody dispute started at about 4 in the morning. Marsh left my son alone, when some discovered they had no crib at all. The internet went crazy. While some chastised Blueface for demeaning his child's mother rather than offering her support, others placed the blame on Chrisean. However, Blueface's next move was even more dramatic. "I'm taking her to court as carelessness." He promised to ask for custody. Reports state that Blueface's legal team made an effort to concerned about Chrisean's unpredictable conduct and incapacity to keep up a stable household. Chrisean Jr. said Chrisean's team was ready to defend Chrisean, pointing out that Blueface had also displayed aggressive behavior and poor parenting skills. Child support disputes and other instances. The custody battle ran concurrently with the child support disagreement. Twitter, "You're out here buying J and Alexa's AG wagon, and you can't even buy formula for your son," Chrisean said, with the implication that Blueface was not providing for their child. Blueface stated, "I give what's fair. She just wants clout and cash." However, court insiders claim that Chrisean's legal team was getting ready to request a thorough things took a turn for the worse in early 2024 when Blueface's financial records, which included earnings from his music on YouTube only, revealed that Blueface might be forced to pay thousands of dollars a month in child support. Restraining orders and increased violence if Chrisean were to be granted primary custody. Screenshots of direct messages and texts provided proof that Blueface had threatened her and the child, stating, "You're not fit. I'll make sure you never see him again." Blueface allegedly threatened her and the child in a temporary restraining order, citing verbal abuse and online harassment. Chrisean's lawyers maintained that she worried about her safety. During this period, Blueface replied with paperwork claiming that Chrisean had a mental illness and asking for supervised visitation. Despite being temporary, the restraining order will be reviewed at a court in the coming days. Blueface kept tweeting in a mysterious manner, "I have lawyers' money, and I have a DNA test coming shortly. Crazy individuals cannot raise children. All I ever wanted was to be a good mom. But I'm human. I'm doing my best," she said during her testimony in court. Court confessions continued to flow. and by April 2024, both parties had been deposed. Chrisean's purported arrest history was documented by the people behind Blueface. Following a thorough consideration of both points of view, the judges determined that the matter was highly contentious and designated a guardian ad litem. To look into the best course of action, Chrisean's team responded by sharing screenshots of Blueface threatening to take the baby and leave, cheating on her, and insulting her online while she was pregnant, according to legal experts. Joint custody is preferable in California, where both partners reside, but not if one parent can demonstrate risk, instability, or neglect. This is an excellent example of how celebrities may complicate custody. According to family law lawyer Jasmine Aldridge, when everything is done on social media, making judgments will use that to support Mamiyar's child support requests. The restraining order hearing was also significant because, should it be permanent, it may restrict Blueface's shared custody access to his earnings from performing at clubs and other events. If Chrisean is found to be the primary custodian, Blueface can reimburse between $10, $0 and $30,000 per month, depending on income, youngster, or simply needs supervision during visits. As of May 2025, the case is still pending despite the judge's temporary shared custody ruling, which included scheduled visiting and no overnight stays until a final decision was made. The 90-day extension of the restraining order against Blueface is presently pending a hearing. Despite Chrisean's posting less and seeming to be moving in the right track, both artists have continued to be inconsistent online. Despite claims that she is in therapy and has been looking for a private life for her son, Blueface, she continues to tour and promote her music while balancing new legal difficulties relating to another assault case. A child named Chrissy is at the center of this storm. Even though Chrisean Jr. is just a year old, he is already the focus of criticism, hashtags, and media attention. Experts say that continuous exposure to this type of family dispute can cause anxiety and hopelessness. Mental health professionals, sympathizers, and critics have documented trust concerns, emotional instability, and trauma in subsequent relationships. To have both parents raise you according to one family therapist, raising a happy, healthy child free from disruption is more important than who wins the fight in a culture where dysfunction is frequently rewarded by viral fame. The story of Blueface and Chrisean Rock serves as a reminder that certain stories are not just for amusement, but rather are pleas for assistance, whether that assistance is provided by the legal system, therapy, or simply maturity. Every court file, tweet, and live stream that is produced to accommodate Chrisean Jr. is a representation of a future that is influenced by the decisions made today. Hopefully, his story won't be as terrible as the surrounding drama. Keep checking back since this is not yet the end of the case.